It's a scene that most of us wouldn't bear thinking about. Widespread destruction, horrific injuries, and a backdrop of twisted metal and collapsed concrete as casualties are found and then treated before being extracted as quickly as possible. Today's event is a staged drill, however, providing emergency crews with the training and insight into how best to work together when the worst kind of incident does take place.
The purpose really is for us to fully understand the implications of an incident like that, to understand the types of injuries that casualties would receive, to understand how and to train for how we would deal with mass casualties should they come in for such an incident. And what we've been doing is training hospital-based clinicians to work together effectively in trauma teams, but also to expose them to what actually happens in the pre-hospital environment, for them to see the sights and the sounds and the smells of a pre-hospital scene, to see what it's like for patients to be trapped, to see the multi-agencies working together in a seamless way to extricate patients rapidly and to deliver care on the scene, stabilise those patients before they come into the emergency room.
Incidents of this type not only provide unique challenges in terms of environment and terrain, but can also result in injuries of significant and unusual nature.
So we had some injuries from a significant penetrating injury with a steel bar that has gone through a gentleman's abdomen, which caused massive bleeding, and unfortunately he was unable to be resuscitated. To the other extreme, where we had somebody that had fallen and had been blown off one area down onto another area. He was extricated by the urban search and rescue team. To another chap who was trapped underneath a very large boulder and who had an amputation of his lower leg. And another patient, another lady with an injury to her lower leg from falling debris. So quite some significant injuries, as well as some individuals who were really traumatised, not necessarily physically harmed, but traumatised by the whole event and what they'd witnessed.
Rodney volunteers his time to play the role of an injury victim in scenarios of this type. He explained the scale of his injuries and why he feels being involved in a drill of this nature is vital to emergency crews.
Basically, I got blown through a window when the explosion happened, and I fell through one floor of the building. I was impaled on a metal stake that went into my side, and I hit another patient on the way down and broke his wrist. I think it's absolutely vital. You know, you can imagine what it must be like for them in a real life situation. And I thought they were excellent. They spoke to me. I was very nervous. I had to play very nervous. But they gave me the confidence they could get me back up to the top, and they did, which was great.
Ben Treppus for That's Solent.